Things black people say that don't make no sense.
Hey lovelies, welcome back to another TikTok video. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Trinidad and this is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. And if you're coming from Belinda Trinidad and you're here, you are most welcome. Thank you so much for joining the family. All right, lovelies, let's get into this video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys. It's actually a brother replying to a comment in his section where this fellow brother was actually saying that all black Americans should go back to Africa because they are not Americans. Like this guy actually defended this comment and I was just able to put up the stage because I also want my audience to tell me what they think about this. Like, would you rather choose to go back to Africa or would you rather choose to just stay, in America because you feel that you're not American? Like, to me, black Americans are. Anyway, guys, let me just, you know, roll the clip and I'll be leaving my own thoughts by the end of this video, guys. And do not forget that this channel or page does not support any form of violence. We are just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe if you've not done that already, like, and let's get into the video.
Behind me is a chart of African diaspora around about the transatlantic slave trade. It's 2.5 million people that went to South America, 2.7 million Africans that were transported to the Americas. And this was centuries ago. When people say we should move back to Africa, I don't understand what you're saying. At some point, everybody came from somewhere. We migrated here. It wasn't under our own free will, but once we got severed from Africa, right, we created our own culture. The way we speak, our religion, what we eat, right, everything about us. My mom, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, everything, that culture was established. It's brand new. It's completely different than that's what's in Africa. Keep in mind, when you say going back to Africa, are you just talking about people in North America? Are you talking about people in Jamaica? Are you advocating that people in the country of Jamaica go back to Africa? Because I would say that that's ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? So, but it's not. It's also just as ridiculous to say people from America, African Americans, should go back to Africa. For what reason? Unless just because you just don't like America, maybe. But you are saying that I no longer want to associate with the culture that has been established here in America. When I talk about culture and I'm talking about impact, look at the impact of just African Americans, not even the Africans that went to the other places in the Western Hemisphere. Of all the races, ethnic groups, I always get those mixed up, on the entire planet, African Americans, the ones that were enslaved through the transatlantic slave trade, had more impact on the entire globe than almost any other race. I mean, we're top 5 for sure. You could go to Asia and you can see the influence that we've had. You can go to Africa. When I was in Iraq and I used to work with Ugandans, you see that them mimicking us. When I was in Itaewon in Seoul, Korea, and we would go hang out, the people, they mimic us because of the culture, the whole long white tees, you remember Soldier Boy with the chain and stuff like that. You see people in other cultures mimicking what was going on down south at ATL, up in New York City, the black folks out in California, right? And you're saying, oh, we need to leave the culture which we made here that has influenced the entire world. Nah, that's not, I don't want to align myself with that. If you want to go back to Africa just because you want to visit, or maybe you just don't like it, but that premise of going back to Africa, that came all the way back from like Marcus Garvey, back when we were going through oppression. But do not make any mistake about it. African Americans that are descendants from slaves, you can go back and open up the history book. Look at George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson. They had slaves. We've been here since the inception of the country. African American, this is the thing that the system has got us messed up in the head. And for some reason, people think that America belongs to white folks, which makes no sense actually, because most of them, as a matter of fact, if you were to go into your workplace and you pull up the roster of people that work with you, you would see Slazinski and Trump or whatever the case may be. Those names aren't even that American. Our names, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, right? You go to the military, Smitty, Washington, in the church, all of us got English last names, just like in the Civil War. General Tecumseh Sherman and Robert E. Lee and Ulysses S. Grant. We've been here since the inception of the country. Just because we were oppressed does not mean that we are not American. What happened to the African American culture? Yes. I get all that. But to say that we're not American and that we should move back to Africa, that makes no sense.
To me, lovelies, I think I am on this broader side. Like, where do you want Black Americans to begin with? Like, these people are actually the descendant of slaves that was taken to America, and they decided to create their own culture. They decided to create their own language, their own style, their own everything. Like, their descendants and all of that. Most of them don't even, you know, like, there is a lot of history behind, the descendant of Black Americans and all of that. And you, as a Black person, you're actually telling, okay, let's just go back to Africa. Like, how do you want to start up? I know Africa is your roots. Like, you really need to go visit, learn a little bit, and compare it with the one you are already living. But if you want to go back to Africa, it's not actually a bad idea. It's even a welcoming idea, because it's very nice for you to know where your ancestors, how they began and how their culture is all about. But a lot of people wouldn't buy to this, because a lot of people have invested in this American Black American culture. A lot of them has also invested in, as in during the days and all of that. The way they were brought up, their generations and generations yet unborn and all of that. You cannot just tell them to just leave the culture that they are born with, they have grown up to to adjust with, and their lands and everything, then leave everything and go back to Africa. Like, where do you want it to begin with? Like, would they just come back to Africa with their families and all of that, then get a land and start off from there? It's something they've already done in America. Like, these people owns, like, I know they've been oppressed and all of that, but they are actually Americans. They built America. Anything that's going on, they were supposed to have equal rights with the rights of the white people, because they actually built America. They developed their own culture, they developed their own tradition, their styles, hairs, everything. And you don't want them to leave everything, come back to Africa. And where do you want them to begin? Wait, like, they've already started there. They should just end it. But Africa is your root, and they are supposed, if you want, you can come back to Africa, start up, go check out what, it all depends. If you are lucky enough to know where your roots, like your root from African, you are so lucky. But there are some people that is not even lucky to know where to begin with. So trying to tell, okay, Black Americans, let's just all go to Africa because we are not Americans. Oh my God, you are so American as well. You are American also because you built that place, you built that country, you practically built it with your ancestors. They were taken without, they were taken without their own will. So you are as African American, and that is it. And coming to Africa, you are also Africa. So it all depends on where you want to belong. As he has said, if you want to travel, good for you. Travel to Africa, learn their culture. If you want to stay back, you can just stay back. But this is not for everyone. Like, this is actually not for everyone, because there are a lot of people that don't want to go back in the days and all of that. So guys, I don't know, just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section. Would you rather want to stay or go back? Leave me your own thoughts in the comment section. And do not forget that this channel does not support any form of violence. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. So thank you so much for all the love and support. Share, comments, leave your thoughts, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video. And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Don't forget that this channel or page does not support any form of violence. We are just here for educational purposes, guys. So why not share this video, subscribe if you've not done that already, like and leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video.